Well, it is another wonderful week to be in South Florida. We are here on what looks like a beach, but we're in the water park. It is almost December, just a couple days before December, and we are literally at a water park. You've got to love being in South Florida. So today we're going to check out Typhoon Lagoon. We are getting sunscreened up because, as y'all know, our skin tone is whiter than the sand that is around us. So we're getting lathered up with some sunscreen, and then we're going to have a little fun at the water park today. Cali, you excited?
Yeah.
Say water park!
Where we at? Where we at?
Water park.
Water park.
We're at the water park, so join us for another wonderful week of On the Rodents. Alright, we got our first ride. There's literally like 20 people here, so we're gonna hop on the ride and do Misadventure Falls. Cali's first water ride.
Look how tall it is.
Whatever. Mommy.
Hey, Mommy.
So we have only been here about an hour, and we have ridden every single slide and ride that there is here. There is like 20 people here total, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like there's hardly nobody here. All the slides, you're walking right up to them and getting right on them. It is so cool. Cali has ridden every one that she's been tall enough to ride. Like the second one she got on, she like closed her eyes tight, like she wasn't sure, but she got done and she said, I like it. So she's enjoying it.
And then like what's frustrating though is like there's a little kiddie slide that's probably not 2.5, 3 foot off the ground, and she started like pitching a fit, not wanting to ride it.
She don't want to go by herself. She doesn't mind going with either of us, but she doesn't want to do it by herself. But she is loving it. She's having fun. So we're gonna go play in the sand and let her play in the wave pool, eat some lunch, and just kind of hang out for a little bit since we've already ridden all the rides. What are you eating?
Roll Tide roll, that is not what you're eating.
What are you eating?
Chip. Well, we are the Rodents, and we are eating our PB&J sandwich sitting on the beach in Typhoon Lagoon. We're sitting here talking about how superior Disney is at just theming everything. This place is incredibly themed. The idea is the typhoon came through and blew a bunch of ships and submarines, that kind of stuff, on land, and everything's up in trees and stuff. But Disney is superior at theming. It's just incredible how well they theme everything. We're having fun so far. We're going to eat and maybe play a little bit more and then get home for nap time.
we've been here, we've seen these bubble wand things, and in the parks they're $27.99, but Cali has loved them. Like, all the kids have them, and she'll be like chasing the bubbles, and she has wanted one since we got here. So we went to the Disney character warehouse, which is all of the merchandise from last year, and this was $5 there, and it is so cute.
It's typically what, $27?
Yeah.
Like we almost paid $27 for it. So it's usually $27 for that. I gotta stand up, I'm getting bubbled in the face, and it's hard to hear probably. But today we are at Epcot. You can see the giant ball behind us. We have 2 fast passes here, and then we're gonna go over to Magic Kingdom. Cydney's aunt that she hasn't seen in, I don't know, 15, 16 years, something. 11 years, my bad. And 11 years is over there, so we're gonna go see them and hang out with them a little bit tonight. But first we're going to do Soarin', which is an awesome ride. It's a ride where you're sitting in this, I don't know how many people are in there, 70 or 80 people, but you're sitting in it, and then it picks you up in front of like an IMAX screen. You feel like you're literally soaring through the air in all these places. So it's pretty neat. And then we are going to do the land, which is right beside it, Living with the Land. And maybe we get to do Nemo or something like that, because it's very, there's just nobody here today. So it's kind of nice. I'm already tired of these stupid bubbles, so maybe the bubbles will run out at some point. They're just like going everywhere the whole time. But we're gonna do Epcot and have a little fun. Alright, well, rain moved in, and so we are moving out. We did get to ride 4 rides at about 2 hours, which is crazy. There's just not a lot of people.
Nobody there.
There's just nobody here tonight. We rode Soarin', which we had a fast pass for. Then we rode Living with the Land. Then we did Finding Nemo. And then we did Turtle Talk with Crush, which was really awesome. We haven't planned on doing it, but there was literally nobody in line. So we rode 4 things in about an hour. So that's kind of crazy. But there's rain. It rained while we were in one of those rides, and it's about to pour again. So we're gonna head home and do this again another night. So last night we had to make a quicker exit than normal because it was raining on us, and it was poured all night. So it was a good decision to go home. We kind of got in between the storm, went home, and it rained all night. So today we're back at Animal Kingdom, and we're going to meet up today with Cydney's Aunt Tammy. We saw them the other day at Disney Springs for a little bit, but we're going to meet back up with them. I think Tammy is one of our biggest fans. She's probably one of the first ones to watch all of our videos, so it's been really cool to meet up with them and her family. So let's go see them.
Cali, look at me.
So one of the best things, in my opinion, about having the season pass, the annual pass for Disney World is free golf at the Oak Trail Golf Course here on Disney property. I can actually hear the train from Magic Kingdom, so we're that close to there. But I've been playing golf out here a few times. This morning I've dropped Cydney and Cali off at Epcot to meet her Aunt Tammy and their family. So they're gonna hang out with them a couple hours while I play golf for a couple hours. One of those rare times I'm actually playing golf by myself, so walking course only. But I am looking forward to having a little time out here to play golf. Hoping I'm not terrible today. We'll see. Last time I was out here, I saw a huge alligator walking across the tee box, so maybe we won't run into him today. But we're going to play a little golf this morning and see if I can't keep somewhat of a decent score today. But if I don't, nobody's going to know because it's just me. While I'm walking, I do want to tell you about one of the best nights that we've had at the parks yet, which was last night. I didn't do any intros because it was dark and stuff last night, but it was one of the best nights we had at the park. We ended up going to Hollywood Studios last night. We had 3 fast passes for Beauty and the Beast, for Rock and Roller Coaster, and for Toy Story Mania. When we got there, it's been cold the last few days. It's been, in the high has been 52, 53, somewhere in there. We're at the parks last night, it was like 47, so I guess a lot of people weren't there. But we had an absolutely awesome night. The first thing that we did, we walked in the park and they were doing one of the Star Wars shows, which was really cool. It really wasn't much more than a parade of characters. They're basically just walking the different characters out there and showing some of the movie clips. Not bad or anything, but it was cool definitely to walk straight into that. From there we went to Beauty and the Beast to check out the live action performance of Beauty and the Beast. Again, not really my favorite thing that I've seen there. There's definitely better shows, but it was worth going to. Cali loved it. She was clapping and trying to sing. She doesn't know any of the words, but she was trying to sing to it as well. So that was pretty neat. She enjoyed that. And then from there, we started making our way towards Toy Story Land. Now, Toy Story Land is probably the best theme of all of the areas that I've seen in any of Disney World parks. It is absolutely incredible. You feel like you're in Andy's room or in Andy's backyard. Really awesome. So we went there and we did Toy Story Mania, which is kind of like you shoot these darts and that sort of stuff in a 3D screen. You try to accumulate your score. I worked over Cydney, of course, but it was a lot of fun on Toy Story Mania. We wanted to ride Slinky Dog Dash, which we've not ridden yet. However, the line was 95 minutes to ride Slinky Dog. So we made a pass on that one and headed over to the Star Wars area and rode Star Tours. Once we left Star Tours, we went over to Rock and Roller Coaster, which is probably my favorite actual roller coaster in the park. Or any of the parks, not just Hollywood Studios. So we went over to Rock and Roller Coaster. The park closes at 8. We had fast passes for 7:30. So I figured this was gonna be the last thing that we did. So we did a rider swap, which means I ride it, and then Cali and Cydney wait at the exit, and then as soon as I get off, they hop on. So I figured that was gonna be the last thing we did, and then we were gonna go home. However, I was wrong. So when we got off of Rock and Roller Coaster, it was 7:50. Park closes at 8. So if you're gonna ride a ride, you have to be in line by 8 o'clock. I opened up the app and it said there was a 20-minute wait for Slinky Dog. Now keep in mind, I've literally never seen it less than 60-minute wait. Never. It's always 60 minutes. The most I've seen is 180 minutes to ride that roller coaster. So I'm not waiting 3 hours in line to ride a roller coaster. Wasn't real sure I was going to wait an hour in line. However, I saw 20 minutes. I was across the park. I told Cydney, I was like, we can do rider swap. You take Cali, and I am literally booking it to get to Slinky Dog. So I was like, surely I can make it across the park. As long as my legs are, surely I can make it across the park to Slinky Dog in time before it closes. Got up to the gate, asked the guy, can we do rider swap? He said yes. Tell her to go wait at the entrance. So I got in line, I called Cydney, told her, like, you've got to get over here now. We're probably never gonna have it this short of a line again. So I got in there. It took me 5 well, it took me between 5 and 8 minutes to get on that ride. I was pumped. I mean, I was thinking I was gonna have to wait an hour to ride this ride. Because that's the less I'd ever seen. However, we got on it in less than 10 minutes. I got off the ride, Cydney got on the ride. We both rode it within 15 minutes. It was absolutely incredible. Man, I just hit a shot. I'm not real sure that Tiger could have done any better than what I just did. Of course, I don't have it on camera to prove anything. So after we had sprinted to Slinky Dog Dash, rode it. It's a good ride. I would have been disappointed if I'd have waited 3 hours and rode it. It's still a good ride. Nothing wrong with it at all. But man, 3 hours to ride that would have been painful to have done. But luckily, I didn't have to do it. So we had been contemplating earlier in the day, maybe 5 or 5:30. It was getting cold. Thought, man, it's cold out here. Let's just come back another day. But we decided to stick it out instead. So I'm glad we did. Even after Slinky Dog, we went and watched the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam show, which is a light show that projects on the Chinese theater and also has fireworks and stuff. And it was awesome as well. So I'm glad we stayed. It was just one of those nights where it almost felt magical. I know that that's Disney's goal, but it almost felt magical being there. Everything just aligned perfectly. Didn't have to wait in line for anything. It was just a great night to have been in the park. One of those nights I'm glad that we have an annual pass, so we chose to do this. So I'm gonna keep playing a little bit of golf, and then I'm gonna go meet up with Cydney and her aunt and her family over at Epcot.
Mama.
I know you went to Disney World. You said that a lot.
Where did you are, Mama Dana? Mama Dada. Daddy.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
So, already she were. Mama Dada. Mama Dana. So, Mama Dana. So, Mama Dana.